Cyberpunk 2077 just got some big news as CD Projekt Red is further solidifying its position as a powerhouse in the gaming and entertainment industry with a series of exciting updates about its Cyberpunk franchise. During its November 26, 2024 earnings call, the company CD Projekt Red revealed two major developments: the groundbreaking milestone of Cyberpunk 2077 surpassing a brand new sales milestone, and the confirmation of a new animation project set in the vibrant dystopian world of Night City. But before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Cyberpunk news. Released in December 2020, Cyberpunk 2077 initially faced harsh criticism for technical issues and underwhelming performance on older consoles. But despite its tumultuous launch period, CD Projekt Red's ongoing commitment to improving the game has transformed it into a celebrated title. Through regular patches, extensive updates, and engaging content expansions to Cyberpunk 2077, the studio has turned what many saw as a cautionary tale into one of the most successful video game recoveries in history. During this earnings call, CD Projekt CFO proudly announced that Cyberpunk 2077 has now exceeded over 30 million copies sold since it was first released. Sales of Cyberpunk 2077 has topped 30 million copies, he said, underscoring the massive interest in the Cyberpunk franchise. It's not easy for a new game series to hit these kind of numbers, but of course the Cyberpunk IP has been around for a while now in other media. He attributed the success to the ever-growing fan community and highlighted the game's upcoming release for Apple Silicon-powered Mac devices in 2025. This remarkable achievement for the game cements Cyberpunk 2077 as one of the best-selling video games of all time, joining the ranks of other iconic titles that have also achieved similar milestones. And for reference, their other most popular title is The Witcher 3, which at this point has sold 50 million units at least, and that game was released back in 2015. One of the key contributors to Cyberpunk 2077's resurgence is the critically acclaimed Phantom Liberty expansion, which was released in late 2023. Another key contributor to their resurgence is the Edgerunners anime, which we'll talk about a little bit more here in just a minute. This expansion, Phantom Liberty, introduced players to an additional storyline filled with intrigue, action, and unforgettable characters, including Hollywood star Idris Elba playing Solomon Reed. The expansion also featured enhanced gameplay mechanics and other significant quality of life updates that launched in Cyberpunk 2.0's update that further refined the gameplay experience. During this call as well, the CFO revealed that Phantom Liberty alone has sold over 8 million units to date, showcasing its impact on the franchise's success. The expansion not only brought new players to Night City for the first time, but also reignited the passion of longtime fans, offering a fresh perspective on the world they have come to love. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Cyberpunk 2077 hitting these new sales milestones for the base game and Phantom Liberty. Building on the success of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, the Emmy-nominated Netflix anime that captivated audiences in 2022 when it was released, CD Projekt announced a new animation project set in the Cyberpunk universe. During this earnings call, they shared the exciting news, saying, "I'm very happy to announce that we're working on another animation project set in the Cyberpunk universe, which will be released on Netflix." While specific details about this new project remain under wraps at the moment, fans are already buzzing with anticipation about it. Edgerunners was praised for its emotional storytelling, stunning animation, and faithful representation of Night City. Its success as a new TV show sparked renewed interest in the Cyberpunk 2077 game, leading to a significant boost in game sales after they had already released many updates for the game. Currently, it remains unclear whether this new animation project will be a direct sequel to Edgerunners or an entirely new story in Cyberpunk's universe, but I'm really hoping for something of similar quality here. Additionally, CD Projekt has not confirmed if Studio Trigger, the Tokyo-based animation company behind Edgerunners, will return for the project. Regardless of all of these factors, the announcement signaled CD Projekt's commitment to expanding the Cyberpunk universe across different media platforms. CD Projekt's ambitions for the Cyberpunk franchise extend far beyond animation. The studio is already hard at work on a sequel to Cyberpunk 2077, which is currently codenamed Project Orion and is one of their many games in their pipeline currently. The next installment in the series is being developed by CD Projekt's new North American teams, which are based in both Boston and Vancouver. The studio aims to infuse Project Orion with a distinctly American feel, reflecting Night City's cultural and environmental influences more authentically. Currently, 64 team members are dedicated to Project Orion's development, representing just under 10% of CD Projekt Red's total workforce, with the majority of their developers, around 400 or so, currently working on The Witcher 4 project, which will be their next game release. The Witcher 4 was announced to be in full production as of just a few weeks ago, and although the sequel to Cyberpunk 2077 is still in its very early stages of development, fans of the series eagerly await the next chapter in the Cyberpunk saga. I have a video up from about a month ago going over cover all the recent news that we currently know for Project Orion, so if you're interested in that, the video will probably be linked down in the description. If not, you can check out my channel and it's the pinned video as well. In addition to the new animation and sequel, CD Projekt is developing a live-action adaptation of Cyberpunk 2077, and honestly, this one sounds really cool. First announced in October 2023, this project remains in the conceptual phase but has made notable progress. The studio is currently collaborating with Anonymous Content, the production company behind acclaimed projects like True Detective and The Revenant. While CD Projekt Red is currently funding the project's early stages, it plans to partner with external studios for full-scale production. The adaptation aims to bring the high-tech dystopia of Night City to life on the big screen or through a streaming platform. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the new Cyberpunk animated show, the live-action show, and Cyberpunk Orion. The transformation of Cyberpunk 2077 from a controversial launch back in 2020 to a celebrated franchise now in 2024 is a testament to CD Projekt's dedication to its community. The success of Phantom Liberty and Edgerunners combined with the game's ongoing updates has created a thriving ecosystem for fans, and the new Netflix animation and live-action adaptations further demonstrate CD Projekt's confidence in the Cyberpunk universe potential across multiple media platforms. As the studio continues to further expand the franchise through different forms of media projects, fans have plenty to look forward to in the years to come when it comes to the Cyberpunk universe. And now with over 30 million copies sold, Cyberpunk 2077 has further solidified its place in gaming history, and hopefully this paves the way for a long future with more releases in both games and TV. The upcoming Netflix animation, the development of Project Orion, and the live-action adaptation ensure that Night City will remain a vibrant and evolving world for many years to come. As CD Projekt balances these ambitious projects with the development of The Witcher 4 and their other titles, the future of the Cyberpunk franchise looks brighter than ever at this point. For fans of Night City, the journey into the neon-lit dystopia is far from over. Honestly, it's probably just getting started. But when we're talking about a new game here, I personally have a long wish list of items that I would like to see in Cyberpunk Orion, but ultimately I just want CDPR to do what they do best and further expand upon this amazing universe. But one of the biggest requests I can make of the next Cyberpunk game would be more verticality in the game's world, so I feel like I'm not always stuck to the streets of Night City. I would also like to have more buildings to go into around the city so the world feels deeper and more immersive for us players. This world space of Night City is already amazing, but it could definitely be expanded in the future titles. And according to some rumors, we could also see the story of Cyberpunk Orion take us to a new city in the Cyberpunk universe entirely, or actually off planet, possibly taking us to the moon. The last request I would have for a new game in the Cyberpunk universe would be more random encounters around the game world, much like Rockstar has done with their games in GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Ultimately, I just want more stories in the Cyberpunk universe, and I'm sure that the new animated series and the live action project will happen a lot quicker than a new game. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Cyberpunk news. And if you're looking for something else to watch, click one of the videos you're seeing on screen right now. I will see you there.